The following video shows you 10 people from 10 different countries, each with their own unique story. I hope you enjoy. Go! Meet Austin.
Hi, I'm Austin, and I worked at NASA.
What's interesting about Austin is that when he was 3 years old, he had a fever that turned him
Deaf.
And from age 3 to 12, he didn't have a hearing aid or no sign language. But despite that, he was so smart, he skipped a year at school, got into UCLA, interned at NASA as an engineer,
Twice.
interned at Amazon as an engineer,
I got a return offer too.
and is now running a startup with this guy.
I can also sleep peacefully.
And he's only 20. But being deaf is hard. He has a problem with phone calls. He has a problem with career fairs.
Too noisy.
He stares at lips the whole time, and without this device, it's full silence. Austin went from being deaf to working at NASA because according to him,
I'm not disabled. I'm differently able.
meet Neymar.
Me chamo Neymar Júnior e jogo futebol.
This is Neymar, the third best football player in the world. Odds are you saw him play with Barcelona. But before he made it to Barcelona, he came from humble beginnings. He grew up in this house in a poor neighborhood in Santos, Brazil. And ever since he was a kid, he was really good at street football. Now he's one of the best in the world. But even with fame, he has not lost his roots. His dad is still his manager. His mom is the president of his youth nonprofit center, and his sister's face is tattooed on his body. He even holds a yearly street soccer tournament with Red Bull that flies in the best young soccer players in the world for free to play with him in his hometown. Neymar is just a guy that loves two things, family and football. And he does both really well. That's Neymar, that's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. Meet Ii.
Hi, I'm Ii. I'm 11 years old. I live in Myanmar.
Ii lives in Bagan, Myanmar, which is a place where every morning you can wake up to this beautiful sight. Ii, however, says she finds it boring by now. What's interesting about Ii, even though she's 11 years old, she supports her education and her family of 8 because
Her father.
Big bike. He got big bike snake.
Your mother.
Heart problem.
Your oldest sister.
Live with her husband.
Second sister.
Study.
Third sister.
Have to cook for cook.
Younger sister.
Nothing.
Younger brother.
Nothing.
so she decided to be a tour guide. That's why her English is very good. And to be a better tour guide, she wanted to converse with as many people as possible.
Speak German.
You guys do?
French.
You parlez français?
Arabic.
No, I cannot speak.
Hebrew.
มาชมคะ
Spanish.
Hola.
Thai.
สวัสดีค่ะ
Chinese.
นี่ค่ะ
Japanese.
こんにちは
You're amazing. Thank you so much. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Meet Elnestine.
Nitkornestine, homoka mu Rwanda.
Elnestine survived the genocide in Rwanda against her Tutsi people. She was attacked by a machete and thrown into the river with her hands tied to die. She survived, but her family of 6 did not. What's inspiring about her story is that she made peace with the soldiers who wanted to kill her. Patrick was one of them. He was a government soldier who was guilty of the genocide. And at some point, he was shooting at the church that Elnesty was hiding in with her family members who died there. After he got out of jail, he sought forgiveness. And despite her trauma, Elnestine forgave him and even invited him to her own wedding. If Elnestine can forgive the person who tried to kill her and her family, then I'm sure you, the person watching, can't forgive anyone.
Oh, thank you guys. You're awesome.
Meet Jordan.
G'day, my name's Jordan and I'm a professional dad.
18 months ago, Jordan was bored at home with his newborn baby. So he made a video on how to hold your baby. The video went so viral that Jordan quit his job to become a professional celebrity dad in New Zealand. Now, Jordan has 1 wife, 2 kids, 95 parenting videos, 1.2 million followers, and 180 million views. But Jordan is not a psychologist on parenting.
I'm just a dad who wants to make parents laugh with my silly parenting videos.
When Jordan is not making videos, he's throwing his shoes around like this.
This is a gumboot, and throwing it really far is a proper competition here in New Zealand.
Yes, it is. He competed in the national gumboot throwing competition and shot an entire series on it on YouTube. At the end of the day, Jordan wants to be the best dad and the best gumboot thrower in the world.
That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Let's go. Meet Richard.
Hi guys, I'm Richard Kwan, I'm 24 years old, I'm a host, model, entrepreneur, and...
Okay, relax. Richard is a model with 260,000 friends that are 75% women. Richard, take off your clothes.
Take off my clothes? What are you talking about? This is a studio now, stop it, jeez!
Due to actual copyright issues, Richard says I have to censor this. But it's not Richard's modeling career that's interesting, it's how he trolled the entire Miss Universe event last week. Every time a contestant was on TV, when Richard was in the background, he would dab. Dab here, ruin this shot, ruin that shot. He dabbed so much that official photos of contestants were ruined with dabs. I don't know why anyone would do this, Richard, but thank you. That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow. Meet Mohammed.
مرحبا أنا أحمد لاجئة من سوريا.
Mohammed lives at a refugee camp in Greece, and she is a great cook. She is so great that she can take the limited food rations that she gets and turn them into an incredibly delicious meal like this one, using only her humble kitchen and resources.
أنا كنت يوم بسوريا أطبخ ل20 واحد.
Ahmed had 8 daughters and 4 boys and a husband. Sadly, her husband died, and the rest of her kids are scattered around Europe, Turkey, Iraq, and Syria. Now, Ahmed lives by herself with only 2 of her kids, but she still enjoys cooking for a lot of people like she used to in Syria. So even with limited resources, Ahmed remains a generous soul that enjoys feeding the hungry, whether you're a refugee or not.
وتشرفنا وشكرا مع السلامة.
Meet Mohammed.
Hi, my name is Mohammed, and I'm optimistic yogi.
I don't know what that means, but what I do know is that Mohammed is a fast sprinter. He's so fast, he's trying to qualify for the Olympics. Why?
Because NASA want to bring home the first Olympic medal for Palestine.
Yes, there are currently 0 Olympic medals won by Palestinians, and Mohammed wants to be the first to inspire hope amongst fellow Palestinians. It all started when Mohammed searched on YouTube for videos on how to sprint. And 5 years after, he's been competitively training for the Olympics day in and day out just to get that Olympic medal.
For me, Naz, it's not about the medal. It's what the medal would represent for Palestine.
Makes sense, Mohammed. I wish you the best of luck in Olympics 2020 in Tokyo.
Arigato gozaimasu, Naz. That was 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Love it.
Meet Danite.
Hi, my name is Danite and I print clothes.
Danite is the first person in the world to 3D print clothes from home. For 9 lonely months, she tried to see if making 3D printed clothes is possible at all. It was possible, and she made a beautiful collection of clothes as her school project. But her grade was
below average.
And that was the end of it. But her fiancé said,
"You have to share a story on Facebook."
And they did. Their Facebook video went viral with 5 million views, and that changed her life forever. She got invited to speak in more than 20 countries, got 1.5 million views for her TED Talk, designed and printed a dress for the Paralympics opening ceremony, and is now working to let anybody print their own 3D jackets online.
And it feels like a real fabric.
Thanks to people like Danite, instead of shopping for clothes, soon you'll be able to download and print them at home.
That's 1 minute. See you tomorrow.
Nice. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Meet Bodnan.
اسمي بودنان عزيز وأنا من داعش.
Bodnan is an ISIS member, an Al-Qaeda member, Taliban member, a follower of Jesus, and a Jewish merchant. But Bodnan is not a terrorist, Jew, or Christian. He is an actor. and he looks a lot, creepily a lot like
Osama bin Laden.
Yes, Badnan lives in what is that, which is the Los Angeles of Morocco, where many Hollywood films are shot. And because of the way he looks and where he lives, Badnan has been part of many, many films. Just like Osama bin Laden, Badnan lives in a cave. But he is very, very friendly.
Marhaba, ya marhaba. Welcome.
Stay tuned. You might see him on a cinema near you.
That 1 minute.
See you
Just tomorrow.
Yes. Yes, bye-bye.
Before you go, one last thing. That video you just saw, I made using this camera and this microphone. But for the first time ever, I'm ditching my camera and I'm picking up my podcasting equipment. Because yes, I'm starting a podcast. It's called Nas Talks. It's free and it's only on Spotify. And if you liked that video, I think you're gonna love the podcast. Because I just wanted to make a podcast about things that I would listen to, about topics that I want to listen to. Yes, Nas Talks is 100% honest and raw and deep. And by the way, it's 100% free. So keep your money and give me your ears. Because if you liked this video, I think you're gonna love this podcast. See you on Spotify.